Can you tell?
Hey everyone, welcome to another live Realmsmith D&D session. I am Jason, your DM, and we will do intros to our somewhat concerned party members this evening.
No bad.
So
Whatever.
I'm not afraid of death.
Another day at the office. Do a couple announcements real quick. Rebecca is moderating as usual, and everyone say hi, Rebecca.
Hi, thank you.
She's in the chat, and she will be monitoring all of your questions, comments, both on Twitch and on YouTube, which we are...
Uh-oh.
Why? What happened? There's a mirror in there. You opened it up and laughed at yourself? Is that, is that because I'm pretty sure that's what just...
Oh,
who did that?
Beautiful.
I want to say that was Dave.
Can you zoom in on that?
No.
Oh, you can see that. You can see that.
I can't reach that far.
Somebody drew a...
Someone's not
that was
happy
phallic.
about the last event that we did. Well, I can't wait to see if I can throw my mirror next week.
That's amazing. All right, so Rebecca, you are in the chat. Again, if you have any questions, write question and then that question, and Rebecca will check in with her in the break. Tonight, Ryan is not with us, but Tim, who is our operations manager, is producing for us. Everybody say hi, Tim.
Hey,
Hi, Tim.
Thank you for jumping in at the last minute. Really appreciate it.
It's permanent too.
And if it's a messy stream, it's Tim's fault. And that's pretty much it. It's permanent?
Oh no, it's coming off.
No, it's dry erase.
It just needed more
should be dry erase.
saliva.
That strikes me as
Maybe you
something
should
a
try
game
rubbing
would do.
harder.
Bit shy.
It's
More saliva. More saliva is the problem.
Gosh. Oh dear. All right. Just so everybody knows, as of today, we have changed the way that we do crates. The way that we do crates from now on is that if you subscribe, you get the first crate, the first encounter in an adventure of 6 crates. It's not where, classically the way that we did it is the month that you subscribe is the month that you get the crate for. That is not the case anymore. You will get part 1, which is the Shattered Shield, and you will get each part after that up to the 6th part, and then you'll have the whole adventure, and then we'll roll you into the next adventure when we release that. We haven't announced yet our 4th one. That was supposed to be today, but we were just trying to get the website stuff done, so that's done now. So check that out at realmsmith.tv, and then hopefully tomorrow we will be releasing what number 4 is. Woo! Brandon and I are hard at work plotting and all of that fun stuff. Plotting. That's good, right? Because of the plot. Yeah, that's great. We also are currently running our dice promo. I have a dice thing in here. I don't know where it is right now. But we're currently running a dice promo where basically if you subscribe, your first month you get a D4, and it's a metal alloy D4 from Norse Foundry, and then you'll get each dice in ascending order up to the 7th dice, and in the 8th month you'll get a Realmsmith Hex chest, which I don't have. I should have with me right now, but I don't.
That's okay. It's not like we're professionals.
Oh man, right? I know, I'm a mess. Anyways,
Like my mirror.
yeah. So that's the case with the dice promo, and we're very excited to do that. That is only while supplies last, and we are thankful to Norse Foundry for partnering with us on that. It's a lot of fun. I want to thank all of our other sponsors, WizKids, for all the minis on the table. You can see that we're using the Assault of the Giants minis from the premium set on the table right now. It's easier for scale so that I don't have to build everything and have everything at giant scale. We're using tiny little guys for our players in the interim until we're there. Also want to thank Sirenscape for all of the awesome ambient music and death sounds that will occur. Sounds of dying.
Most likely.
And the impending doom sounds, that'll all happen as well tonight. And we thank Sirenscape for that as well. Vallejo, of course, for the paint that we used to paint a lot of our minis. Elderwood Academy for all the awesome paraphernalia around the table, including the player spell books that we are using now, thanks to Elderwood Academy, which are awesome. Want to also say that a week today, we are doing Order of Dragonsbane, which is our other campaign, and Steve from Sirenscape will be at the table with us. He is coming from the UK to visit some family, so he's stopping in to play a game with us, which is super, super exciting and fun. Cool. He's a huge fan of the stream, and they are a wonderful partner who have been incredible in so many ways. So we are very excited to have Steve here with us next week, a week today. Tales of the Shattered Shield. We did that last Friday. It was a lot of fun. It was my birthday. We had a lot of people around the table, including my son and Tim and his daughter, and it was a lot of fun. So check that out. That is on Twitch and YouTube. You can watch that again. We've also made YouTube and Twitch our channels of choice now. Facebook did some funniness with their algorithms, so we've decided to move away from Facebook for live streaming. We'll still load streams on there afterwards, and we'll still use it for the realm and for our page and a lot of the community stuff we do, but we just find that Twitch and YouTube are a much better option when it comes to gameplay ability and consistency. So we are doing that. It's a bit of a slow slog. We're trying to bring all the people over from Facebook. If you know people who used to watch us who don't watch us anymore, tell them to come over from Facebook to YouTube and Twitch. The other thing about YouTube and Twitch is you don't need a profile to view. Anybody can view, and so those that don't have Facebook couldn't enjoy our stream, and so we wanted to make sure that everybody could, and that was really important for us. Tonight, our giveaway is going to be a membership of the Realm. We've been doing that lately, and people seem to be really enjoying it. All you need to do is be active in the chat, both on YouTube and on Twitch. And Rebecca will tell us what we have to roll, and then at the end of the stream, we roll to let you know who can be who wins a membership to the Realm, free membership. I think Joel calculated that it's a lifetime value of $3,000. That's pretty great. Over 80 years or whatever it is. Anyways, what it is it's just an exclusive community where we gather and chat about the game and post early access videos and a bunch of other fun stuff for our games. Whew, announcements are out of the way.
It's a mouthful.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
It's
you
a
sure?
good day today. Does Sirenscape have death
Not
rattles?
today.
Death what?
Death rattles?
Rattles? No, I expect you guys to do this. You have to role play it.
Okay.
Before we do a recap.
Calling Roscoe there?
What's
Oh, you're right. It would be
Roscoe
like,
will be the one that lives.
before we do the
same
recap,
tale.
if you guys can give me some character intros, that would be amazing. And we'll go around the table. We'll start with the esteemed gentleman to my right.
I'm to your left.
I am Brendan Perkins, and I play
I said
Vor. He has no last name. It's just a one name only kind of thing, sort of like Cher.
Wow.
I feel like your character intros are a little less, because you don't be too attached to your characters.
I could go into all of the backstory, but it's not going to matter after tonight because all the backstory might be just ending, right?
Well, maybe it's the last time they'll hear it, so maybe you want to like.
Okay, so Vor was created to battle as a gladiator in the arena by a drow wizard who is known as the best in his field and created really weird things, and that's why Vor is a mix between drow and orc, making him a half orc, half drow. So yeah, he was in servitude, a slave for many, many years until his freedom was bought by a strange halfling woman he's never seen again. And the bulk of his freedom has been hanging out with these guys, which kind of makes them family. So
In retrospect, maybe you should have just left it as I used to play Vor and we could have moved on. But,
all right, I used to play Vor. He likes milk. The end.
I can't find my character. My. Brandon, did you move my
I did.
monster cards?
They're right there.
They're not here. They're
those,
not here.
Those are probably.
Did you
not.
hide my monster cards because you guys don't want to die tonight?
No.
they're probably in the same pile of charred ash that our character cards are.
Otherwise, I'll just make stuff up.
No. I piled them all together, and I'm pretty sure they should be on the top shelf there.
Okay, we'll find them
All right.
somewhere.
Good save. Good save. Don't tell them what I actually have.
Why did you move them?
Well, because I was DMing there.
It was his place.
I don't want a mess of death-bringing giants.
Oh.
Something happened.
Oh,
There we
and
are.
we're back.
Oh, we were going to listen to McGill's character.
Yeah.
What was your character
No.
like? Or sorry, what is it? What is your character
Was
like?
Miguel next or Akantha?
I think Akanta's next.
I believe I'm next,
Sure,
so we're
that's fine.
going in a specific order.
Funny.
You are Akantha.
My character's name is Akantha. She's a druid. I like to shapeshift, and yeah, I don't know what else. I like
Are you
animals.
role-playing Acantha right now? Is that why you can't think of anything to say? Or?
You are
Do you have
on it
something
tonight,
I can
eh,
throw
Jack?
at him?
There's
Whatever
lots
you
of things.
like.
Something with a little weight to it?
Oh, here, I'll just...
Seriously though, I can't find my cards.
Oh my gosh, we're so disorganized today.
Want me to come
No, I
over?
know, but it's okay. I can.
Let's insult
Alright,
the
Jeff.
DM after.
D&D.
Put them all
Oh,
together.
hi. I'm Jeff, and I play Roscoe Tossbottom, who is a something level. Doesn't really matter what level he was. He's blue. He's got blue hair, which is ironic. He has blue skin because after he dies in the water, he's gonna have hypothermia, and you won't be able to tell because he has blue skin. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun playing Roscoe. This will be the second character that my DM has killed, so I'm looking forward to growing in maturity.
Your other
at
one
some
came
point.
back.
Yeah.
It's true.
He
That's
wasn't
true.
dead.
Maybe
This-
Roscoe will come back too.
This will be the only one.
Giants for however long.
I'm excited. I'm excited that because of my actions, the entire party is at risk of dying, and I know that my fellow players are professional and won't hold this against me in real life. But I imagine
drop
if I can
penises on
survive in game,
And it's not first time.
they're going to be a bit upset. What's that?
It's not the first time either.
Not the first time. What?
That you've almost killed a party.
Right.
I mean, I'm not keeping track, but
No, I get it. I get it. You know what? I'm going to be dying soon, so there won't be a dick in the party. So our DM has very thoughtfully offered to jump in and wait. We might still live. I'm sorry. I take that back. Miguel, who are you?
I'm Todd Harris. I play McGill. McGill is a wood elf ranger, aspiring to be a blade singer. So we'll see where that goes.
Next life.
oh, the
you ever
impending
get those
doom is
swords.
so
If I ever
horrible.
get those swords, they would have come in handy.
Yeah.
Oh, if anyone wants another cup of unbridled optimism, I have the mix right here. Seems like the rest of the party might want a couple shots.
Scotch, was it?
I love scotch.
Whiskey.
Scotch.
Scotch.
Okay, before we jump in here, do you guys want to give... Okay, well, I'll give the... So basically you guys are in Maelstrom. Maelstrom is the court or the
Yeah.
home of the Storm Giants. Specifically King Hecaton, which is the king of the Storm Giants, and at the top of giant kind, at the apex as it were. He is missing ever since the ordning was destroyed. You don't know necessarily why or where he's gone. But you've come to Maelstrom to find out what may have happened and to chat with his daughters, who you understand have kind of taken control of Maelstrom. You know that giants across all of Faerun have been vying now for the top of the order. And you guys are here to find out exactly what happened. When you got here, you were teleported by a conch from the Burg of the Frost Giants, Vardborg, where you killed one of the Jarls and took his conch. You have transported here and you met the King Hecaton's daughters, Mirin and Nim, and they asked you to wait in the human-sized quarters within Maelstrom in order to chat with their daughter Sarissa, who is now sitting on the throne of Maelstrom. You guys waited a while. Roscoe got up to some naughtiness, and then you guys were ambushed by a lot of frost giants, well, not frost giants, giants in general. Specifically a stone giant, a frost giant, a storm giant, and a stone giant.
One too many giants.
Will it matter if I explain why it wasn't naughtiness from my point of view? I didn't really care at this point.
Sure.
Okay. See, I came out of the water, as I often do, and I saw that there was a giant, and it was guarding the hallway. I could clearly tell because I had a giant perceptive level, and I could see that it was guarding the tunnel, or hallway, whatever you call it. And I knew instinctively that my team was being guarded, which meant that they weren't welcome guests. So obviously I had to take out the guards to try and free my team. And it kind of backfired, as sometimes happens in life. But anyway, that's the reason.
So if you guys can each tell me, or tell the viewers, where you're at right now with your character, what just happened to you,
Okay.
and then we will take it from there. And really, we're already in initiative, so we're just going to go into initiative.
Because the lights turn red.
Fancy schmancy light
I'm near
bulbs.
death. That's where I am.
You're almost near death.
Yes.
Okay.
I-
I've taken some. Sorry. Go
You
ahead.
go ahead. No, you start.
I've taken some
you
hits.
go.
Shut up.
And I just had a boulder thrown at me, and I was able to luck my way
Out
around
of
it. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
If I remember right, I think I lucked my way out of that one.
Yeah. It's good.
I was following you guys to the room a little ways behind. I turned into a little crab dude when the giant noticed me. And then all this hootin' and hollering happened, so I got out of the room, went back into Acantha form, and started throwing some spells out.
That is
And that's
what
where we're
happened.
at.
And Jeff, which is actually the funniest part. I was hoping you'd go first, but
Why is my situation the funniest? Oh, that's right. I
Tell
forgot.
them.
I'm currently wet.
yeah.
I'm actually in the pool of water, and the Flintstone character. What's his
This is a stone giant.
stone giant? The stone giant threw a boulder, and the boulder is pushing me down towards the bottom of the pool.
But you can breathe underwater.
I can breathe underwater, so there is that, and I'm slippery, so I imagine there should be no problem to be able to slide out from under the rock and at least save myself, and then hopefully discover more new and interesting characters as the campaign.
And for the record, air genasi are not naturally slippery. It's just you generally cover yourself in oil every morning.
I forgot that you walked in on me that one time.
It was weird. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little weird.
Really? Because I didn't hear weirdness in your voice when you spoke during that. Anyway.
At the
fine.
top of initiative order, Roscoe, I would like you to make an athletics saving throw. Or athletics check, rather, not a saving throw.
All right. Let's see what we do here. Try out that new dice that you got me. Not what? No. 23.
23. With a 23, you manage to worm your way out from the boulder just as it kind of hits the bottom with a boom, boom. And it kind of echoes through the cavern that you're in, and you are free to potentially swim up. But you do see that the stone giant is currently looming over you.
And I am
In the
what,
water.
40 feet down, 50 feet?
You're almost 40. You're about 30.
40?
30
How
feet.
murky is the water?
It's very clear. Very clear ocean water.
Bermuda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's entirely reasonable that he can see that I'm not crushed by the rock. Or, well, 40
You
feet
don't
down,
know.
like.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay,
40 feet is still a distance.
Okay, I wave to him to see if he responds. Like, I don't rise up. I just, when I'm in the water, I wave at him and just see if he knows.
Okay, can you give me
Hit them in the
a
bad.
perception check, please?
Yoo-hoo.
Wait, shouldn't he be rolling a perception check?
Nope.
Me. Okay.
You're rolling a perception check to find out if he actually saw you.
Oh, okay. Shoot. 27.
With a 27, you don't think you can make out at that depth what's going on.
Okay.
Because he looks like he's kind of like looking around and doesn't seem to see you at that depth. Because you can see a silhouette, but it's
I wonder.
dark.
Give me 1 second while I look this up. See if I got a slot for it. Ooh, you know what I could do? I'm torn whether I should use polymorph to turn myself into a giant shark and jump out and eat him, or potentially save that to heal somebody in the future if they. Nah, they'll be fine. I remain floating at the bottom. I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay. I would like you
No, I'm holding. That means I don't have to do anything.
to take 4 points of damage. As you've noticed this before, when you get into water, there is immense pressure. And you imagine it's because of the depth that you're at currently in this place.
40
All of
feet.
Maelstrom.
Oh, that's right. We're
All of
way-
Maelstrom is way under sea level. And so just the pressure of the water is causing you damage.
I was hoping I wouldn't come out of that unscathed, and you did not disappoint. Okay. All right. I took my 4 points of damage, and I'll.
Good.
Is it too late to swim up a little bit higher where I'm not going to suffer the bends?
You know, as soon as you hit as soon as you're under the water, you feel that pressure. It's really strange. In the open cavern, it's fine. As soon as you're submerged in water, you feel that pressure.
Are those miniatures to scale approximately? Like, is he actually that much bigger than me?
Yes.
Okay. I got nothing.
Okay. McGill, you're on deck. McGill, you're up, sorry. You are the furthest.
This is me here, right?
Yeah, yeah. If you remember that the storm giant got the F out of dodge around that corner, he is not looking good.
Neil, if you notice that the hallway is larger this week as well. It can fit 2 giants side by side now, but it couldn't
Oh, look at that. How convenient.
do that. Really
I didn't
weird.
plan that.
Okay, I'm going to slice and dice this guy.
Okay, move your mini in and go to it.
Yeah, we've killed frost giants before.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Hunter's Mark is on him. He's below his maximum hit points, I'm gonna guess.
Sorry, who is that? The frost giant?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Colossus Slayer, Hunter's Mark, in effect. 2, 6. So we'll roll to see if I hit with the first strike. 17 plus 8.
That's a good start.
25.
25 to hit.
That's a hit.
D6 17 plus 4, 21 plus 4, 25 points of damage with the first strike.
Nicely done.
Second blade.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna assume a 12 does not hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay, and I'm gonna come around with my third strike. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
So 6. 11 points of damage for the second attack.
Okay, so how much is that altogether?
36.
Nice.
That's awesome. I can't wait to get Ranger Max character.
No, don't do it. Man. Way too many feats.
Tank.
All right.
What?
Understanding and knowing that you are up against it, and that if you guys don't step it up, that you are not going to make it through. You surge forward, and your first slices across his kneecap, cutting really, really deep. Black, brackish frost giant blood that you're very familiar with at this point. Sprays all over you and all over the wall. And you come around again with your other one. You come across its other leg, and it is absolutely bloodied at this point. It's their turn. That storm giant there is going to move.
This guy?
Yeah, he's going to move 40 feet. So that's yeah, go. That's 20, 30, and then one diagonal across. No, other way. 40. Yeah. He seems like he's leaving. That fire giant is going to come in beside the frost giant. And the fire giant comes in beside the frost giant and like shoulder checks the frost giant, and you hear "Get out of here!" And he comes down with his massive flaming great sword.
I'll miss you, McGill. At least we won't need to cremate you after this.
That is a 25
That hits.
Ugh.
and a 17
To hit or?
to hit.
Okay, yeah. That misses.
Ooh.
Because I have multi-attack defense, so I get +4 to my armor class. So I have an armor class of 19 at the moment.
You could just say miss. That would work.
As he shoulders the frost giant, the frost giant, a female, kind of nudges him with her elbow, which kind of sets him off a little bit. So as he comes down, you don't get the total brunt. You take 17 points of damage from his greatsword as it smacks you across the shoulder.
That still really, really hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine it would.
Prolonging the agony, are we?
Yeah, that stone giant is still kind of looking for you and can't quite find you. You do see him pick up a large mass of something in his hand, and he's kind of like trying to figure out where you are at this point. Kantha, you're up. Boy, you're on deck.
I would like to. Which giant is out of these two is weaker? Or actually, this one's attacking you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to. I'd like to put a spell on him. It's
Alright.
called Ice Storm.
Oh, on which? On the fire giant?
On the fire.
All right. Okay, how does that work?
Okay, so 20-foot radius. Each creature in the cylinder must take a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage on a failed save.
You have to. What's the DC?
Where does it say DC?
It always says beside your
That's gonna
spell.
hit me too.
Be fine.
20-foot radius.
Dex 15.
Dex 15.
Will it though? Because if she can choose where she can
20
do it behind them, can't she?
Yeah, she
She can originate it back here.
She can do it here, and it'll hit both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, if she does it here, it'll hit both of them, and it might hit
Those are 20-foot
Frosty. Frosty the
These
giant.
are 20-foot
Oh yeah,
squares.
so it
we
won't
have
hit
to-
Frosty the giant, but we can do it here. Or he's Cloudy the giant, but yeah. This is a good spot.
Yeah. Those were 20-foot squares last time, right? I'm not crazy. They wouldn't be 10. Giants are huge.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 20.
Yeah. No, I think these squares were 10 feet.
Mhm. I think
They were 10 by 10?
Mhm.
I think so.
Because this is a frost giant base. And that's 15.
Oh.
They're 15, sorry. They're about 15 feet squares.
I see.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys could fit 3 of you beside each other, pretty much. So.
Okay. Groovy.
Which means that storm giant would have been a little bit further if you want to put them. The storm giant over there? Yep, length further, yeah. There.
Okay. So
Okay.
casting your spell.
Yes.
What's the DC?
15.
What's the saving throw?
Must take a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Fails. Roll damage.
So 2d8. Where's
It doesn't
the
matter.
eights?
The fire. You create this. What is it? A spray? How does it work? Ray of frost? What's it called?
It doesn't say.
See?
Cone?
This is Ice Storm.
Yeah. So it's like a cylinder.
A hail of.
So you raise your
rock
hands in
hard
the air
ice
like this, and you call down an
from
ice
the
storm,
ground.
and icicles start to fall.
yeah.
Actually, and the moisture in the ceiling begins to coalesce into icicles that start to rain down on them. The frost giant looks up and laughs as it kind of just shatter off her skin, but the fire giant does not like it at all,
Good.
and it starts to tss, tss, and they're actually like causing steam as they hit him, and as they ignite and shatter on his skin. Roll damage.
All righty.
Or you're on
I
deck.
love the music, by the way.
It is really nice. Where's me 8? This one's 8. So 2 8s and 46. Oh my gosh. A 7? No, that's not the right dice.
It's
No.
a D8.
That's a D10.
That's a
That's a
D10.
D10.
My bad. My bad. Holding.
No.
Holding. That's the one. Oh, 7
Yeah.
and an 8.
And an 8.
15.
Okay. Plus.
4d6. Oops. A 1
16.
plus 5
Okay.
plus 1
22.
plus 2.
23.
23? Okay. He didn't like that at all.
Good. I don't
And
like
he,
him
he
either.
is glaring at you now. He does not like you. Vor, you're up.
All right. So I whisper to McGillen and Kantha, prepare to retreat back to the first room to our left. And I run up to Frosty the giant, and I'm gonna throw some hurt. Throw some hurt in her direction. That would be 16 and a 24 to hit.
Those are hits.
Excellent. So this is a cocked die, but I guess that's a 2, which I can re-roll because of my great weapon. Okay. That's 9 plus 13 damage, 22 damage to Frosty the Giant.
Frosty the Giant.
It's really
22?
big fat douche. Yeah. No.
She looks up, she's ha ha ha, and she looks over the frost giant, kind of laughs at him, and you just dig right into her shin, and she screams out in pain, and glares down at you, kind of holding her leg. Roscoe, you're up. McGill, you're on deck.
I'm going to cast invisibility,
Okay.
and then I'm going to swim up as stealthily as I can. And
Okay.
cool.
All right. Blip. You blip out of sight and you head up.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right. You with your movement. What's your movement? 30 still?
Yeah.
Okay, so you make it up to almost the surface with one. Do you want to make a double movement with your action? Oh no, you cast the spell, so you're just below the surface of the water.
Right.
As you start to swim up, that stone giant doesn't seem to notice.
Well,
What's
I'm
that?
invisible, so that's a choke away.
Yeah, probably. Although you are making bubbles, but
One.
Well, if I can breathe underwater or hold my breath indefinitely, if it's my character does no bubbles.
well,
Sorry.
It's up to you.
No, I mean, not sorry. Like, sorry you suck. But sorry, like I just dodged that. For
yeah, how about we just move on?
Yes, let's do that.
Who did I say was next? McGill.
McGill,
You guys attempting this retreat?
I'm gonna attempt the retreat.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Do we see? I see.
You don't have to get it. It's pretty far.
Oh, it's too late now.
She's on it.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna fucking retreat.
Oh. All right.
I'm going after.
He means business.
I'm going after the fire giant.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So I'm transferring my hunter's mark as a free action to the fire giant.
Yep.
17 plus 8 to 25 to hit.
That is a hit.
Two, D8, 6. 6, 9, 11, 15, 19 points for the first strike.
Okay.
Is that with Colossus Slayer?
Colossus Slayer and Hunter's Mark. 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
15 on the second strike.
Okay.
And third. 18 to hit.
That's a hit. Look at you.
Look at she
Jeez.
go.
18 points on the third hit.
Beautiful.
That is a lot of damage. Your first two find kinks in the armor, and you're so close to the giant right now, and it's reeling from the barrage of ice that it just endured. And you find a kink in its armor, and you start to surgically shove your blade through the plates, and as they go, they make the sound of going through the plate mail and just poking holes in this fire giant as he starts to scream and yell. Your last one, barely, you get it through, but the plates kind of close in on it, and you have to like really pull to get your sword out. So the last one just barely got through, but it got through, and he's hurting as well. It's their turn. Yes.
It's their turn now? I didn't allow that.
I'm not okay with that. No.
No.
Just no.
Yep.
Were you going to say something, Todd?
Yeah, I think.
Sorry? Is that... Sorry, Jason, for all the times I've...
No, I thought I had a dash action.
I don't like this.
Is it possible to ask a question that the people watching can answer? Answer?
Yeah, but it'd just be hard to get the answer back right now. But
Okay.
what's the question you have?
Can stone giants swim?
Can a stone giant swim? Wait, sorry, stoned giant?
Yeah,
or
I would
stone?
say yes,
6'1".
they can.
Even though they're too heavy to
Yeah, I'm the DM.
Okay.
They're not made of stone necessarily.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use Fleet of Foot. You can use the dash action as a bonus action on your turn. I guess I couldn't because I've already used extra attack. Do I still get a bonus action?
Say that again, sorry?
So I have Fleet of Foot,
Yeah.
which says you can use the dash action as a bonus action on your turn.
Yeah, but you used the bonus action to attack, didn't you?
Well, that's extra attack. So I have dual wielding.
No, I know, but does
and
extra
then extra attack.
but does extra attack say that it takes a bonus action?
Beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn.
So it's part of the attack action then. It's 2 attack actions per, well, 2 attacks per action.
Oh,
But you
but I
take 3.
used Hunter. I transferred Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
I thought that was a free action.
No,
Or
I
is
think
it a
it's
bonus action? Okay, then yeah, that would be your bonus action.
Yeah. But and dash isn't
Hunter's Mark is a
disengage,
spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dash isn't disengage. Okay.
right? So you'd still have it get an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, he rolled a 1. The fire giant swings out to cleave with his flaming sword, and it digs into the side of the coral wall and gets stuck between 2 pieces of coral, and he starts to try and pry it out just as you duck under his blade. You are lucky, sir. You, sir, not so much.
Yeah, I saw you looking at me.
Yeah.
You're rolling that damage.
Yeah, I wasn't rolling damage yet. I'm about to do that, though.
Oh, thanks for saving that then.
Oh, you lucky. 17 points of damage.
Okay.
As she misses with 1 axe blow, with 1 sword blow, but hits with the second great sword blow.
All right, I am bloody now.
Okay.
All right.
The stone giant is lifts her stone and kind of continues to kind of look around, waiting to see if you surface. The storm giant starts up the stairs and leaves the room.
You guys, I'm gonna.
Don't forget that you have Rux in tow.
Yes, but he's squishy
I know.
because he's like a CR1 creature
I
that
know.
would die in a single hit.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Akantha, you're up. Vor, you're on deck.
Wait a minute, what did I do?
You went already before we go. You're coming. Don't worry. You're after Vor.
Do you want me to keep going at him? Should I start retreating?
Are you asking me in game?
Yeah.
That's why she used your voice.
Oh my gosh! I'm so proud of you.
It is up to you. If you choose to fight, continue
do
to
that
fight.
voice again, please.
It may be moving in our favor.
Say that again.
I
Sir?
said it's up to you. If you choose to fight, continue to fight. It may be moving in our favor.
How far away?
Bloody hell, fucking fight! We're fighting for our lives here.
Fine. Then we die as heroes.
What do you do?
Then
Akantha?
I would like
6 seconds.
to use the cantrip of Primal Savagery. Melee attack. Oh no,
Quite
he's
the
too far away.
cocktail.
How far away from me is he? It's like 20 feet, right? 15 feet? No,
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
not
do
good.
it. It's 5 feet. Shit.
Can you use that spell again?
The ice one?
Is it a concentration spell? Can you hold it?
No
Like,
table talk.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna do the ice one again. Ice shards?
Ice storm.
Ice storm?
Yeah.
Make sure I have a slot here. Where is it?
Your slots are there.
Ice storm, there we go.
Your
Do I still have?
Your slots
Perfect.
are there. You got
Okay,
2 slots
perfect.
left.
Still got 2 slots, so I will do ice storm again.
Okay.
Dex 15 for saving throw.
Okay. Again, do this again, and he goes, oh shit, and swoosh, and it starts to storm down on him again. He fails that time. He will take the full brunt of your ice storm.
Woohoo! 2d8. 6. Oh my god. This one. Okay. 8. Plus 1. 8 plus 1 plus 4
So that puts you at 13,
plus 5
18,
plus 1
19,
plus 1.
20.
20 points of damage.
Okay. All right. 20 points on the fire giant.
On fire. On fire, giant.
Okay. All right. Again, takes the full brunt of it. Kind of bears down as he has a sword. Actually, lets go of his sword as he gets plummeted from above by the ice shards. Vor, you're up. Roscoe, you're on deck.
All right.
It's not dead yet?
They're giants.
All right. 18 and 25 to hit.
18 and 25 to to which one? Sorry, the fire giant.
Frosty the
Frost
giant.
They're both hits.
Okay. So that's 18 damage altogether.
Okay.
All right. And like I did with the storm giant, I'd like to spit in the wound just in case she gets an infection.
Maybe she's lactose.
All right. So again, you come through, and now you slice into one of her kind of like inner quad, and blood just explodes out of it. She falls to a knee, and then you come across the other quad. Same thing. You're starting to cut her down, and she is like last legs.
Pun intended.
Pun intended. Pun intended. Roscoe, you're up. McGill, you're on deck. You are now just below the surface of the water and invisible, sir.
And he's left, right?
The stone giant, which appears to be a female. Oh, the storm giant left. The stone giant is still standing there,
Okay.
but is looking down into the pool still.
Okay. Is invisibility concentration?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'll do nothing. But I will very.
Sorry, and I realized that in D&D Beyond, when it has a C beside the name, it means it's concentration.
Okay.
Very, very slowly let my head reach the surface.
Yeah.
Very quietly swim to the edge.
Okay.
a little way.
Give me a stealth check with advantage.
With advantage, I roll it. Yep.
19.
19. Okay. All right.
And then quietly crawl past him towards the scout.
Okay, so you crawl quietly, and she doesn't seem to take notice. How far do you go? That is 15 feet there, so you can do a full. Well, you swim a little bit, so I'd say you have another 20 feet.
Well, I'll go my 20 feet.
Is that
Okay. Okay. All right.
on.
McGill, you're up.
I'm gonna continue to
Make it a good one.
So first
Keep
attack.
it up.
7 plus 8, 15.
On the who?
Fire giant.
That is a miss.
10. That's a miss.
Yeah.
And 21.
That's a hit.
$19 points of damage. Fucking dice.
Yes, he has nothing to do with me.
Yes.
He rolled proper dice.
Same gleaming.
All right. Again, you just keep cutting at him.
Why
and
won't
you're finding kinks again. But first 2 times off his armor as he's still trying to pry his sword free, and the last one found purchase. He's going to do a strength check. He can't get it free. He's still pulling on it. But what he will do is he tries to stomp on you. Natural 1. Oh my goodness.
Stomps on the frost giant.
Yeah, no. I would say he goes to stomp on you, but the damage that you've done to his leg actually causes him more damage. And he takes a couple points of extra damage for his trouble. As he stomps and he's like, "Argh!" and he lets go of his sword and he grabs his knee as it continues to hurt him. The frost giant is going to attack you, Vor, of course, because you are right in front. You can see utter desperation in her eyes. She is going to, with a natural 20, as she...
Luck.
Okay, but does that mean I get to reroll? I have to reroll it?
You have to re-roll it.
Oh, man.
It's my last luck point.
Okay, that is still a
15.
21.
Okay, it still hits, but it's not a crit.
No, it's not a crit.
All right.
So she comes up and you see this I'm going to kill you look, and you return that look back at her, and you see that she backs off a little bit, like she doesn't know if she's going to make it, but she does come down with the first attack and the second attack. That is 13 for the first one.
Okay.
25 for the second one.
Ooh.
And she comes down on you twice with her great axe,
Yeah.
and then she starts to retreat.
Okay.
So you get a attack of opportunity as she starts to move back.
Excellent.
And she says, you can hear her say, "Forget this. She's not worth it."
All right.
She's saying
21 to hit.
Yeah.
17 damage. 21 to hit and 17 damage.
Woo!
Finish her.
How would you like to kill that frost giant, sir?
Okay. So as she's turning,
Yeah.
I sever her
She's backing off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
as she's backing off,
Yeah.
then I've been doing damage like around her knees.
Yeah.
So I completely cleave off her like kneecap.
Yeah.
So that she falls down,
Ugh.
and as she falls,
Yeah.
bring my axe across her throat.
Nice.
So.
And you bring that, and again, just a bath of brackish black frost
Yes. And I'm
giant
just
blood.
reveling in it.
and she just kind of crumbles in front of you onto her knees and then back onto the cold.
Okay. I want to make eye contact with the fire giant if he's possibly in the position where he might
Okay.
see it.
Yeah.
And I want to wink at him. Just like a.
Well, so he's holding his leg. I'll let you do it with your.
Yeah.
He's holding his leg like this, and he looks over at you and he goes, and he just a little bit kind of flares up in his hair as he does that. You can put the frost giant down on her back, as she is currently dead and difficult terrain. You are now terrain. Stone giant tosses the rock into the pool, as you see from down this path, and starts to make her way over to see what's going on. So she is going to move 40 feet in that direction.
That's about here, right?
Yeah, sure. Sees that it's not going so well and backs off another 40 feet towards the stairs. Yeah. Starts to retreat.
That's right.
You guys have the upper hand. Akantha, you're up. Warrior on deck.
Okay.
Oh wait, did I just say Warrior on deck?
Yeah. Who's
Hang on.
should be back to
Roscoe.
Yeah.
Roscoe, sorry.
Yeah, Roscoe.
Sorry. Roscoe, you're on deck.
Okay.
Akantha's up. Roscoe's on deck.
No. Akantha went already. Before
Did you?
War.
Remember I did my...
Roscoe,
Ice, yeah.
then you.
It's
Ice
Roscoe
King?
and then you.
Okay.
Third level. Shoot. Okay.
but
I'm gonna.
Isn't Akanta after Vor?
No.
Before. She goes before the enemy.
She's before?
She's after
Before
the enemy. She's right after the enemy.
Right after.
I mean, after the end. What?
It doesn't matter. Okay. Roscoe, then McGill.
I'm going to move around the corner until I'm hidden from view.
Okay.
And then I'm going to drop into a classic yoga pose
Okay.
and cast Leomund's Tiny Hut.
Okay.
So you're on your
so
own.
useless after all.
You're on your own for
How long does it take?
10 minutes. Just long enough for everyone else to die.
You're doing this over there, okay.
Unfortunately, I now can't cast Sending to tell you where I am.
That's okay.
Okay. McGill, you're up.
15 misses, you said?
On who? Sorry, on the
Fire
fire.
giant.
Yes.
26 hits?
Yes.
Unleash the fury.
$17 for that attack.
Nice.
And final strike. Misses.
Okay.
Fuck.
Again, smashing against his armor. One gets through. It does more damage.
That would be
Seeing that things aren't so good, but fiery as fire giants are, he holds and will attack. That is a 18
Hits.
and a 19.
Hits. I am dead.
Hey, same hit points. Hit point buddies.
Is that a euphemism or you actually
21 for the first one.
I'm dead.
Okay. McGill goes down. Crumbles under the strength of hit. He finally pulls his sword out, and he just and hits McGill, and McGill does one of these like fall to the ground crush, and then lifts again, and then he comes down again with another strike and just smashes him into the ground as the coral under him crumbles.
So is that an immediate death save if he gets hit while unconscious?
No,
Okay.
no. But he is now unconscious on the ground and bleeding out. And he is going to move back 30 feet, please. So 2 squares. Yeah. 2 squares. So he was in front of you. So he goes 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you can put Miguel down, please, and thank you
Again.
again. Akanta.
Can I still heal? Try to heal him?
Yeah, sure can.
Okay, I would like to cure wounds.
Okay, move Akanta because he was in that quarter. Remember,
What?
you guys are in quarters of these squares, or so thirds. So that's fine. Yeah.
Creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. What is my spellcasting ability
It'll say
modifier?
It should be at the top of your spell.
That's most of McGill's hit points, so you should be good.
It's not true, Jeffrey. You're lying.
Are you angry at Trent?
Am I?
Yeah.
No.
Why'd you call me Jeffrey?
Oh.
No, yeah, that's fine.
+3.
Plus 3.
Whatever.
If that's how you want to
1d8 plus
vent your
3.
anger.
10 minutes is
1d8
Layman
plus
standing
3.
up? Wow.
So
It's a while.
he's not going to smell by then.
There you go. 8 plus 3.
11 hit points.
Okay.
Back to you.
You come back, conscious with 11 hit points. I'll have that.
You're
take
not
that dice
dying
back,
on
please.
me today.
I will take the death save dice back.
That's my last.
Not
Is
today.
it 1 minute after you're unconscious that you then start
No.
rolling your death? No?
No, it's your next turn. So it's your very next 6 seconds, whatever it is. It's your very next
Oh, I get you.
turn.
Okay,
You start to re-roll your first death save.
So because she hit that before his
Yeah,
next
he didn't have to take a save.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Akanta.
You're welcome, love.
Vor, you're up.
All right.
Do you want to move again, Akantha?
No,
No? Okay.
no.
All right. So I take cover behind the frost giant's body.
Take cover behind the frost giant's body, okay?
Yeah. And I'm going to do a little bit of archery practice. Okay. I see what they've done there. Very good. All right. All right. One misses for sure. But the other one is 22. And it does 5 points of damage.
Okay. Ting.
That didn't sound like a death arrow.
No.
You should have made a flaming arrow.
I'm not sure how to do that. It's a crossbow, so they're metal bolts anyway.
Two wrongs make a right, so I'm sure if it's flame giant and flame arrow, it becomes deadlier.
Why are your fingers green?
Because he wiped off a
I
penis.
was rubbing a dick earlier. That was,
It was Kermit the Frog's dick? What?
that would really open up a whole new line of questioning, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
it's-
Well, I guess our rating on YouTube just went up.
Curious, very curious indeed.
All right.
Do I rub you to slap?
Roscoe, you're up. Still casting. McGill, you're up.
I am gonna cast on myself Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So
That is so cool.
I'm going to use a level 3 spell slot for that.
Say that again. Sorry.
I'm using a level 3 spell slot for that, so I'm going to do 3d8 curing wounds. Ooh, an 8.
Nicely done.
Another 8. 16.
See, guys?
And
All
a
week,
1,
you guys have
17 plus
expecting
eight.
impending
So
doom.
You kept telling us we were gonna die.
I didn't
That did
say
not
that.
help.
I
Yes,
didn't
you
say
did.
no.
I hope you guys are ready to die next session.
I didn't say
You
that.
said it like 3 times.
In all fairness,
I'm pretty sure it was on air recorded.
I would
in
never
all fairness,
say
we all
that.
fit into that. And we were all resigned to dying, so that contributed to the mood, right?
I guess
And
it
here
makes
you
braver
are.
when you're like, well, it's the end. What are you gonna do?
And here you
Or
are,
if it meant
totally
me
fine.
braver. I'm like, yeah, no, I totally did because
You guys are totally
absolutely. I'm
fine.
brave.
We're
Hiding,
fine.
invisible.
We're fine. We just hope that
All right,
they don't
so you
recognize the tiny
healed
light
yourself?
when they see one.
Yeah, so that's my action, right?
Yep. Yeah, you can move if you like.
I am going to. Yeah, no, I'm gonna just stay.
Okay.
Run after the giant.
The giant is going to continue to back off. The stone giant is now out of view and started going up the stairs. The fire giant is another 60 feet.
Where are you
15,
going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
30.
Can't handle the heat
45.
anymore?
Yeah.
What happened to our Countess voice? That sounds weirdly normal.
She's getting Americanized.
That's a very
Are we in America?
cool.
Merca.
Okay, so stone giant is basically already going up the stairs, and a fire giant has turned the corner to head up.
This guy's dead, right?
Yeah. All right. You guys are now out of initiative. What do you guys want to do while you're out of initiative?
Okay. Gonna try and find Roscoe.
Where did Roscoe say he was in the message in your brain?
It's been a while. Lots happened. I died. I don't remember.
Yeah, okay.
Roscoe!
All he said
darling.
was that he was
Hello.
gonna try to help us.
All right. They may be bringing back more giants. We should find some place to take cover. And it might as well not be those rooms back there.
Alright, that's the first place they're gonna look.
All right.
If I yell out loud, can he hear me yelling to him?
I would like you to make a perception check. Passive perception, I'd say you would need to make a...
Passive perception.
Oh, that is a performance check.
Performance?
I guess. That's the first thing I thought of.
Oh, +1.
Old school D&D probably had a loud call check.
Nah.
Excellent.
3.
Heard it.
It echoes through here, but it's actually dampened because of the moisture in the air, you feel, and just kind of the way that the walls are almost like...
Yeah, but I would have heard it anyway, right?
Why?
My passive perception's so high.
It's 21?
Yeah.
Or you just changed it
No.
just now?
I just. No, those are my.
Oh, wow. That's really high. I don't know. Okay. But she...
Hoped it, man.
Yeah. She is still with the 3. She just didn't yell out enough. Although you do hear the sounds of combat have
Dissipated.
However, I'm so deeply concentrating on Leomon right now that.
Before you guys lies a frost giant.
A dead one.
And she wears a cloak of white dragon scales. And a conch of teleportation hangs from her belt.
Ooh. Yoinky, yoinky.
All right. Do you want this one?
Hi, you're already attuned to one. Doesn't make sense.
So I pass the conch over to McGill.
Okay.
The cloak of giant scales is massive, right?
It's giant sized, but yeah.
But would we gather that there's no reason to take it?
Give me a investigation check.
3.
Got it.
What would I do with that?
17.
That's your...
17.
With a 17, you know that, and with your knowledge of dragons, you know that a 17, that would fetch a pretty hefty price. It's probably really valuable.
Right. If we only had a bag of carrying with us.
Where's Balabar when you need him? Not here.
The wee bastard.
That's right. He's usually up a tree when you need him.
Aye, that's true. Throwing cupcakes
Lemon tarts.
Well,
and tarts.
How heavy does it look?
You imagine if you had rolled it up, you'd probably have to drag it like a rug. Like an area rug.
I'm not sure this is the place to drag
We'll just
things
have to
around.
leave it.
All right.
And it's also thick, it's dragon scale, so it's...
Yeah.
Let's not take anything unnecessary that we don't need.
We need to find a place where I can sit and I can try to attune to this conch.
All right. Well,
Now, I want to check my history, if I remember or not, if the conch will also take you back to the place of origin, or if it only brings you here.
It only brings you here. One-way ticket.
Specifically to that spot,
I
right?
don't know. You can give me an Arcana check if you want to see if you can figure that out. But
Okay.
It'd be funny if you blew it and land your 5 feet.
2. You have no effing idea.
You should keep rolling that one because eventually your luck's gonna change on that.
Usually that's a good die.
It's like a slot.
It helped me in the fight, though. That die was good in the fight.
I think.
Okay, what do you guys do?
He's dead.
I'm going to, knowing that the conch is just a one-way ticket here, I'm just going to set it back beside the frost giant.
Okay.
We need to do our reconnaissance to find a place to hunker down till we know what we can do next.
Have we been over there yet? No, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
let's find out what's down that pathway on the left. Near the pool.
We haven't gone that way yet.
No, we haven't.
Right.
And if there's nothing there, then we'll proceed to the other one we haven't been, next to the stairs.
Todd, can you turn up the volume on the soundscape in the room, just please?
Up.
Yeah, thanks.
What?
Okay.
So what was that?
So we're gonna check this place out. If there's nothing there, we're gonna go that way.
Okay.
So we go.
We're off to see the wizard.
And we're being sneaky.
Do I do a stealth check to try and
Give me
stay as
stealth
quiet
checks.
as possible?
I'm gonna cast.
You're no longer invisible, though.
Pass without a
You're
trace.
no longer invisible because you're casting. Oh. Okay.
I'm casting Pass without a trace.
Okay.
Okay. Then that's a 20, not add.
15 plus 1 is 16.
With pass without a
26.
trace, that's
25.
25, 26.
Yeah.
Ren.
And mine was 20.
And Rux.
Rux, oh, I think he gets a +6 on his, +7 on his, so that's 32 for him.
Okay. You guys feel like you're moving fairly silently, given the circumstance. And you guys make your way around, and you start to kind of look around. You guys come around the... Okay, where do you guys go? You can move.
You're just gonna go in here.
Okay. As you turn the corner, you see Roscoe sitting, cross-legged, doing one of these.
Oh, well, that was fortuitous.
There wasn't any money on there.
Not that you saw.
Okay, Roscoe, we'll just wait.
Are you allowed to talk while you're doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
How far in are you?
Break concentration?
No.
Roscoe,
Talking doesn't break concentration.
that was amazing. Keep being awesome.
Am I ever not?
It was a good question.
Don't answer that.
All right.
Don't answer that question.
All right, so we need to be sneaky and stealthy.
I'm glad to see Russ
Until you
left.
finish.
Well, can you tell what I'm doing?
Yeah, you're making the hut, right?
Is it obvious? I thought I was just
Those are hut
waving
hands.
my hand. Oh. All right. Well, in about 8 minutes, you can all climb into my hut. I'll climb into my hut.
Beautiful. Maybe we should try to make it look like part of
Thank you.
part of this cave, you know, instead of last time where we just made it look like a very obvious hut.
I think we tried to make it look like it was a pile of snow.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Didn't work, no.
Okay.
Very smooth.
Wait, you try the drink? Or are you talking about?
Okay, so what's your plan, guys? He's building the hut. It's going to be another 8 minutes. What are you doing during that 8 minutes?
We are going to have a
Where?
dance party.
I'm gonna hang out over here because I don't want to be visible. So Brux is gonna come.
Oh, McGill.
I am going to take a position here with bow drawn.
McGill, the water's quite warm. You might fancy a bath.
And you guys
Where
can
do
see
you
this is
wanna
the
go?
first time you guys have been in this chamber.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
And
you guys
it's
hide
like a
in-
hot pool. Looks like a hot spring.
Does it look like it has healing properties?
Give me an Arcana check.
That would be cool.
It's one of my best checks. 14.
No.
Okay.
You have
Not that you can
some-
tell. It doesn't look magical.
absolutely think there's healing
You don't
properties.
see any runes or anything like that. Just looks like a hot spring. You can
Alright.
tell.
Okay.
Vivet.
You guys are waiting.
Vivid.
You know, that could have gone worse.
You know the water has healing properties. I've actually.
While we're waiting. While
Was
they're
there
waiting, I want to check it. If you can come here by the conch, there has to be a way to go back. Right? Like, this has to be. I'm guessing it's got to be a two-way gate or portal.
Give me an Arcana check.
It's a bi-portal, so yeah.
It's both ways.
Nope, no, nothing.
No, nothing.
Yeah, no.
5.
You don't know. I'd have to book teleportation magic to be able to tell. All right, so
If it ain't worth for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all.
I would like to give you guys. I'm assuming you guys are paying attention and hearing out for any
Well, yeah,
disturbances.
that's
I would
what
like
I've
you
been
guys
doing.
to make a perception check, please.
All of us?
All y'all.
All y'all.
How can I make a perception check when I'm already concentrating on?
It's fine.
Okay. It's not gonna matter. McGill's gonna roll the highest one.
18.
Here we go.
15 plus
9
7.
for me, natural 1 for Brux.
15,
Rex is
16,
looking his
18, 19,
genitals.
20, 22.
See?
Good boy.
See? I can't hear anything.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right.
22.
22. All right. And what'd you get?
18.
18. The 18 and a 22. You guys hear muffled conversation. You know that it is coming from the general direction of the stairs, Todd. It's distant, so you don't think it's on this floor. You know it's absolutely coming from the stairs.
keep very quiet. This voices I can hear from the stairs. Might be someone approaching.
Hi, they'll be coming back in numbers because 2 of them left here. A fire giant and the stone giant.
We should continue our stealth.
They'll be coming back in force.
Another minute passes. And the final minute. Bloop. Hut.
Oh, did you not mention Liam on Sunny Hut? The last minute is actually loud dancing. That's what
Bloop.
There you go.
And yeah, you guys have a hut. What do you do?
Okay, can I use survival to try and use some kind of the coral or anything to try and kind of cover it or disguise it a little bit? So it's not so obviously just like a big hut sitting there.
Give me a
make it
survival check
coral-colored.
with disadvantage, just because there's a lot kind of lying around here.
All right. This is gonna be good, guys. 3.
Okay, so you go around and you pick up like random little rocks and bits of coral and some seaweed that's on the ground or whatever. You try, but there isn't a heck of a lot here. It's just, yeah.
Wait a minute. Let's make the outside of the hut look like coral.
Just pile crabs on it.
Yes, that always works. No one would be attracted to a giant dome of crabs.
And there are still all those little crabs kind of constantly kind of walking.
All right, we might as well get in sooner than later.
I love it when you say that, Roy.
Okay.
The hut. Please come to the hut.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna take a long rest.
Yep.
As
4
am
hours.
I.
Same. So you're, yeah. Oh right. You
Oh,
take-
I was just going to take 20 minutes and dissolve the hut, so.
Okay, so you guys get in the hut. It is warm and temperature controlled and dry. You guys can see out. Time passes. You think probably about 20 minutes passes.
Yeah.
I'd like you all to make another perception check at the half-hour mark.
Oh, shit.
20, not at.
20, not that.
17.
17,
What was the
20.
skill?
20.
Not now.
Perception?
Perception.
Okay, you guys are all very perceptive currently. How big is this hut again?
10 feet.
You guys are all cuddled in there. What'd you roll?
26.
Wow. All right, with all of your very high perceptions, you start to clearly hear footsteps on this floor. Loud, giant footsteps. Doesn't seem like they're trying to be very quiet. And there's several. You with a 26, Jeff?
Yep.
You hear very clearly 3 different sets of footprints.
Okay.
You guys continue to wait, obviously.
Footfalls, you mean, right?
Footfalls, yeah. You don't hear footprints, you're right. Sorry.
Well, with the 26, it probably would.
With the 20, yeah, with the 26, you also start to hear a dragging sound.
Fuck, they're taking them.
And you hear that for probably about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
Does it sound like they're dragging a body?
That does sound
What did you roll?
20, not nat.
You imagine it was probably the body.
Sounds like a frost giant being dragged across a floor.
You know what?
Smelly
I
one.
think I'm going to pop out of the hut and reconnoiter.
Okay.
Are you sure about this?
You gotta look around the corner. Roll me a stealth check.
Don't forget, if you were trying to do a rest to get long rest to regain anything, you just disrupted your long rest.
That's true, but in the meantime, how can we all hear the dragon if we're resting, right?
Oh, rest. Listening does not break a long rest or a short
No,
rest.
walking around doesn't either.
Okay.
No, you can do light things until you're sleeping. You have to sleep at least
7 hours, I think.
6-7 hours, I'd say, in order to get the whatever. But the hour
I'm just holding my
16.
meditation.
Do your rest.
Sorry?
16.
16.
I'm just meditating.
It's up.
Oh, it's on your dude.
What do you do?
Okay.
Yeah. So you just touch your face.
Got it.
You poke your head around the corner. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. 9.
A rock plummets in your direction as you poke your head around the corner.
Right.
You see, like it just hurls out, smashes the corner,
Okay.
and you take 4 points of damage just from coral that sprays in your direction.
So in other words,
hits
the
your
rock
face.
came from somewhere here and...
Yeah. As you look around, you see a shape of a giant,
Okay.
hurls a rock. At that point, it's a blur because all you see is rock. I need to get out of the way. Smashes coral in your face. 4 points of damage.
Okay, I scurry back into the hut.
Okay. Turns around, scrapes back in that. You guys hear a massive crash. You see a spray of coral off the wall as Roscoe goes back into the hut.
Hey, so
Or if you want more coral to hide the hut, it's now there. There's lots of it.
Did you see
Great.
anything out there?
Yes, I saw a rock, and then I saw coral, and then I decided perhaps it was unsafe to continue looking.
okay, at least they know where we are now. That's good.
Well, they know where we might be. I'll continue my long rest now.
You guys hear footsteps coming closer, slowly but surely.
Bloody hell.
Eventually, the head of a storm giant appears around the corner, and you just see kind of like half of it, and then it goes back. You guys wait.
I'm
Oh yeah.
I'm
I'm
committed
just
to a
meditating.
long. I'm committed to
Yeah.
a long rest.
Everybody's quiet.
About half hour passes. And you see him again, kind of like look around, go back.
Does
Now-
it look like he's looking directly at the hut?
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, the hut's coral shaped. Like how can
you can't change the shape of the coral.
it looks like coral?
You can change. You choose the color. I don't think you can choose the pattern on it. Can you?
I'm not sure. I've never used this spell. I haven't read the description before.
I think you can choose color. I don't know if you can make it look like coral. But I'm pretty sure the people who live here know that there isn't a massive hunk of coral right beside their hot spring. It's like if you walked into your washroom, you'd be like, oh shit, a big rock. Well, how did this get here?
Who moved my cheese?
Right? Oh, there's a couch in my washroom. That's new. I'm just gonna sit on it.
Fine. Fine. I get the analogy.
Okay, got it. All right, so he looks around the corner again, and this happens periodically over the time that you guys are in there. About 5 hours in, you guys are now, hopefully, I'm assuming, sleeping or trying to sleep.
Yeah.
I'd like you guys to make, with the stress of the situation and giants looming, I would like you guys to make Constitution checks to see if you can stay asleep long enough to get your long rest.
Is that a Constitution saving throw?
No, it's check.
What's it?
Just a check. Just add your Constitution modifier.
10.
Or 10,
19.
19.
2 plus 2 is 5.
5,
20.
20. I don't know why you snore deeper than he does.
What are you talking about? I'm like 6
Vor,
feet tall.
you're just on the edge of sleep, but you're having a bit of a hard time, but you're able to manage. Actually, with a 10, I count that you're terrified and you're just not feeling so good.
Can't sleep. My anxiety's keeping me up.
Yes, it is.
None of us can hear you say that though. Just FYI.
So you'll
Well,
get
then
your
I'll
short.
just talk to myself then, won't I?
So you'll get your short rest. You guys don't have it yet. If you tend to spend the whole time.
Well, at 5 hours, I've got mine.
Yeah. So 5 hours, you've already had yours. Are you still meditating? What are you doing after that 5 hours?
You know what?
Because that 5 hours is now coming, gone. It's at a okay. Let's say it's just shy of the 5 hours. You know you can't sleep, so you can spend hit dice to get hit points back, but you don't get everything back, including your spells. You don't get back
Okay.
for a short rest.
Gotcha.
You get any of. Basically, when you say you take a short rest on D&D Beyond, it'll set whatever it's supposed to set. Todd, you're just shy of the 5 hours. You wake, and you come to, and you feel rested. You've had your long rest. You can mark that down. And at that point, the storm giant steps around the corner, and carefully, with his large sword, takes it out and starts to kind of like ease his way. Where is that storm giant? Where's my storm giant? he starts to ease his way kind of in and around the corridor and starts to kind of like come in that way. As he does that, a second storm giant comes in and kind of watches him and watches that while this guy kind of is circling the pool. And that is when we're going to take a break, folks. Bio break, whatever you guys need to do, go do that. Tim, how you doing, buddy? You hanging in there? Do we have any questions from Rebecca or anybody at home?
Pee-pee time. Pee-pee time.
Once again, if you guys are in the chat, you have a chance to win a membership to the Realm tonight. And we will be announcing that at the end of the session. The Realm is our kind of private chat discussion group for all of our Crate subscribers and those who have purchased memberships or won memberships. So we talk about D&D, and you guys get early access videos and all kinds of fun stuff if you are involved. So stay active in the chat. If you have any questions, please ask them now. Write question and then the question, and then we'll be able to give you any information that we can. Also, if you guys want to check out our crates, www.realmsmith.tv is the place to go check those out. Again, it's a monthly adventure crate where we send you the first encounter in the adventure, and then there's 6 that you get. And within the crate, you get all kinds of minis and a candle to set the mood, and paper craft, and all kinds of really cool stuff. So, and a Sirenscape card and all kinds of wonderful things. I am gonna log in here to see what is going on with you guys. I feel really lonely right now, actually. Oh, I just did it too. Hey, Michael Kramer. How's it going? Of course, Rebecca. Steve saying it'll be great to meet with us. Hey, Colby. Bill Allen, who's saying he'll be at Gen Con. Nice, Bill. I will be at Gen Con too. We're having talks about Gen Con right now, actually. I can't tell you what we're doing there. Die orcs. Richard, there aren't any orcs right now in the stream. We're not fighting orcs, but okay. We have something we're gonna do there. Where are we gonna? We're doing something at Gen Con, Richard? Is that what you're telling me? That's awesome. Bill Allen is an awesome dude. He helped to run all of the live streaming at GaryCon. And I just want to say a special shout out to Bill Allen for being so freaking awesome. Colby, thanks, man. Colby's saying the crates are really cool. Who makes the minis and smaller giants? Steve, those are from the Assault of the Giants WizKids board game. They have like all these miniature versions of giants, which is really great when you're doing something like that, because otherwise they'd be like the large, huge, massive giants, which I'll give you guys a little look. Pass me that other frost giant there. You can take a look at the difference in size between the 2 giants that we have. It's basically the same sculpt, just a lot smaller. And so it just makes it much more manageable on the tabletop while we do it. No questions yet. If anybody has any, we are here. Do not hesitate to ask. How are we doing on Twitch? Is there people on Twitch? No?
I don't think he's back there.
Oh, did Tim go have a bio break?
Possibly.
I should probably go have a bio break.
Not sure at all.
I should probably go. Oh, there are people watching on Twitch. Nice. Hello, everyone on Twitch. Let me take a look at the chat. Nothing yet in the chat, I don't think. That is all good.
Blue shirt's voice always that deep.
Is Blue Shirt's voice always what?
That deep.
That deep. Blue Shirts.
Oh, Vor.
Vor?
No.
His character is has a very deep voice.
But he does not.
But he does not. And we want to give a shout out to Alessander. Rebecca says, I'm going to go to the washroom. And then I'll be back. You guys...
I need you to roll for
what?
for initiative to go to the bathroom.
No. I don't roll dice. I just pretend to roll dice and then make decisions. Like a real DM.
I knew it.
Yeah. You can go to a wide shot, Tim.
Hello, loves.
Oh.
That's what we need is snacks here.
I know, dude. This is I
Got crazy munchies at the moment.
seriously. Okay, let me put this thing on. Yeah, there's never enough food. Never.
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 Oh, it's cold. It's cold in here.
It's a wee bit cold.
Oh, in the basement, I guess. Technically.
In the dungeon.
So I watched Harry Potter last night. Marathoned it. It was great.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I've been watching Peaky Blinders.
What is Peaky Blinders?
Netflix. Takes place in the late 1800s, and then as the seasons progress, it goes into the 1900s. And it
Cool.
follows this gang in Birmingham, England, and as they rise to power.
Interesting.
Stars Cillian Murphy,
I don't know who that is.
played Scarecrow in.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
He's a cool dude. I like
Yeah.
him.
Very intense. Very
just-
intense.
And I also finished rewatching all of Friends.
I watched that
Binged
recently.
that. And RuPaul's Drag Race. I love that show. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
Next time I'll bring us all pizza.
Yeah, we used to have snacks while we were playing,
That would make sense.
but that doesn't work well when you're mic'd.
Yeah, I
you're
know,
on
and you have
TV,
your
and you're-
munchie.
Yeah. Doesn't make for good watching, for
No.
good viewing.
Nope.
Not
Sorry.
very sexy watching people eat.
May I trouble you to
Blue shirt.
blue shirt? You're
Is
blue
your
shirt.
voice always that deep?
Like my natural voice?
Yeah. I
Is
think
this a question from?
it was a question.
Yeah.
Oh,
He wanted to know if you always talk like that.
like always this deep, or like my character's
Your
voice?
His character.
Yeah, yeah. His voice is pretty deep. He's a half orc, so I had
Can you
to
pass me one for
make it half orky.
on the door? I'm cold.
Originally, it was a little bit deeper, and I made
I
it so I was
borrow
talking
one?
around
Yeah.
tusks a bit
Is
more.
that yours? Can I borrow it?
But
Yeah.
I've
Thank you.
decided for potential for comic relief, I've kind of lessened that a little bit. It's easier to talk that way. So.
What happened
But
to
yeah, I try
Sirenscape?
keep his. I don't know. But yeah, I try to keep his voice relatively deep.
I need to borrow some of these. I'll give them back as soon as I'm done.
Munchies.
Ah yes, delicious Cheetos.
I wanted to try and find something soft and quiet that wouldn't interrupt.
Well done.
Now all
found
of
it.
your dice
You
are gonna
rolled
have
a
orange
nat
power.
one on that loot.
It was either this
You turn
or
up the volume a bit?
eating rocks.
It's up.
It's up all the way? Okay. There we go.
Now it's near max.
Is
I
it?
hear tavern noises. Is
I
it
have
the
a
volume
feeling
on
that-
your?
What's that?
Is it your volume?
No, my volume's high. It might be
Good one.
Tim's volume. Tim, have you turned down the monitor in there? Level for Sirenscape?
I have to burp.
Do it.
Excuse me.
Good one.
Oh dear.
Tavern noises.
Yeah. It's
burp,
okay.
Burping fits in.
There are burps
It's all right.
in this
Can you fix that?
in this one.
Just be happy. it didn't come
So
out from
big
the other end.
announcement in the break for everyone that's listening. Huge announcement. I wasn't gonna announce this tonight, but I realized that it's like
appropriate now that we've all
very
survived.
soon. That's funny. and then there's a couple questions too. Okay, first I'll say Green Bean Green on Twitch says your setup is amazeballs.
Yeah,
Thanks, Green Bean
know,
Green. I
right?
really appreciate that.
So that guy.
That means a lot. Thank you. Also, there was a question about the donation. So we were testing kind of a donation thing to find out, actually through Super Chat. You guys in the near future will be able to donate through Super Chat and then affect the game as Jeff opens up the thing during all of our announcements. Notorious. But anyways, so through Super Chat, if you donate in coming games, you'll be able to give people inspiration in the room, and then they'll get like a spotlight or like a colored light show up on them that tells you that you've donated or whatever. We're gonna have some things in the environment that if you donate, it'll flicker and let you know that you've done stuff. You'll also be able to buy like magic items and things in game, and then they'll get them in game as well. So we're gonna do like a total kind of interactive stream. That's something we've wanted to do and wanted to get to, and it's becoming a reality very, very soon.
Like Hunger Games.
It'd be like Hunger Games, yeah.
With more killing.
Yeah, exactly.
Item.
Rebecca asks what Jeff's perception and wisdom is, because when you make perception checks, it's so high. Why is that, Jeffrey?
CBD oil.
Oh, jeez. God.
Hang on a second. So, you want to know what my skill modifiers are?
Wide shot.
Really?
Our producer, thank you. Yeah, I want to see your face while you answer the question for
Wide
people.
shot, because I'm in it?
No, God.
Sure. All right. Sorry. So it was perception and what?
They want to know what your wisdom and perception is. They would like to know Jeff's wisdom and perception.
Okay. Do you want to know just my wisdom and perception?
It doesn't work if it's pointing the other way.
Okay. Can you address me, please?
There.
All right. Okay. My wisdom and perception. Hang on.
Why is it so bloody high?
Yeah. Why do you roll such high perception rolls?
I just make stuff up. I don't actually know.
I believe it. It's true, actually, folks.
My wisdom is 17.
Yeah.
Natural wisdom. And then my perception is actually pretty freaking high. I get a plus 11 to perception.
Plus 11 on perception. Why is it so high? Do you have a skill or a feat or something?
Beats the shit out of me.
Just the way D&D Beyond did it.
Hang on, I took it back. Okay. With a bard, you get expertise, which means your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make with chosen proficiencies. I have perception and athletics. And then bonus proficiencies, you gain proficiency with 3 mores, and I have perception on top of that. So it stacks.
Cool.
Yes, that's why.
Wow. All right, big
and I have blue skin, which is a plus 3 modifier for perception. I don't know if you guys know that, but if you have blue skin, and you don't need to be an air genasi, if you just paint yourself blue, you automatically get plus 3 to perception. So
Tobias Funke.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, big announcement. So I don't even know if some of the people around the table know this yet. Starting on Sunday, April 7th, which is this coming Sunday,
Indeed.
we are launching an official D&D WizKids Vallejo painting show for Realmsmith. It is going to appear on our Twitch, and it will be hosted by D&D Twitch. And it will probably be called Nolzer's Nolzer's Marvelous Tutorials with Realmsmith. And we will be going through a lot of the miniatures in the D&D WizKids line and painting one up for you. I think the first 4 are going to be dragons.
Sorry.
You've heard it here first. It hasn't announced anywhere else yet, but we're super excited to partner with those fine folks and do something official on the D&D Twitch channel. It's
I was
really
going to
awesome.
say the key point there was D&D Twitch channel.
Yes.
Was
Yeah. So they'll be hosting it for us.
Cool.
Which is really, really exciting. So thank you to WizKids, of course, for bringing us along this trip. They've been so incredible. Justin and Sarah and all those folks, thank you so much.
You guys are whiz
Stop.
kids.
And Vallejo, of course, Alex and the folks there who, again, took a chance on us, and we've just enjoyed every minute of it. And then, of course, the people at D&D and Wizards
Absolutely.
who
So
are putting their necks out for us. So really, really excited. Looking forward to it. That is this Sunday from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. We will be posting it on the on all the socials probably tomorrow. We're just finalizing all the final details, but we just wanted to kind of let everybody know that that is
Sweet.
Wicked.
that's
a big deal.
happening this Sunday. So very, very exciting. All right, are you guys ready to jump back in here?
Absolutely.
So exciting.
Yay.
Yay. All right, you guys are in the underbelly of the Maelstrom. You can turn that down just a touch now for some reason. That's
Sorry, what?
a little louder than the rest. There are storm giants who are currently circling the little cavern that you are in. They're trying to figure out exactly what manner of magic is here. One of the frost giants, sorry, not frost giants, one of the storm giants says, "Is anyone in there?" And this is 5 hours into your... Jeez, shut up.
Calm down.
Just feeding Millie the tavern dog Cheetos.
You
And
don't give a dog Cheetos. What's the matter with you?
Something happened down there. He ascribed
I
meaning
don't
to it.
want to
He's
know.
wrong.
I saw her
The
take a
dog
minute.
crunches away.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. As you hear over on the side.
Flaming hot too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really.
Millie.
Dogs don't worry.
I hate
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah. He doesn't. He loves dogs. He took care of Millie when I was gone. Anyways, when I was at Gary Con.
Piss off, Millie. Turn left.
It's not nice, Jeffrey.
She can't hear me anyway.
It's true, she's deaf. Okay, sorry. So, he says, "Is anyone in there?"
Girl, stay quiet.
Okay. You managed to stay asleep enough that you're still resting enough to get your rest. They wait. A long rest.
Okay.
They continue to wait. I'll give you your 10 as a it's fine. You not so much. You are out. You don't hear any of this. You're already through your long rest.
Just so you know, the alarm
Yeah.
is on vibrate. So the giants probably can't hear it.
Which alarm?
The one that wakes us up before
Okay. Then he says, "I said, announce yourself. Are you in there?"
This is immediately after he just said that?
Yeah.
Is he
Just a
So-
moment after.
Is he speaking in
What
giant?
hour mark are we at?
You imagine somewhere around the 6th hour mark. You're
So
at the
these
6th hour.
these two need 2 more hours, right? So we just stay quiet.
Men, brother.
One of them stays at the entrance watching. The other one leaves. Another hour passes. You know you have 1 hour left.
Okay, so I can see out.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
I heard pass gas without a trace.
And I'm going to leave the hut and try to get around that giant.
You're gonna leave the hut and try and get around him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like you to make a stealth check.
Worked well for me. I'm sure it's a good idea.
You managed to sneak out the back of it, and actually managed to start to make your way through. And you kind of come up, kind of the back there, and you actually manage to sneak by. You can tell that he's kind of nodding off a little bit, and he kind of looks up at the wall, and he's not paying as close attention as he should be. And you manage to pass by.
No. not as simple as just.
0 weight.
But it came close. Like he moves his foot, and it just like came inches from your foot as you passed by, and you went through.
Okay, so I'm here. What do I see?
Big open space. Exactly what you see there, without the frost giant in the stairs.
He's still on the stairs?
No, without the frost giant on the stairs. You can pass me the frost giant and the stone giant.
Fine again. Taking your toes away.
No more toys for you. You're grounded.
If only that were the case.
I am going to continue to move so that I get to the stairs.
Okay. At that point, you start to hear a gurgling, and you guys hear a gurgling. Out, you look out in the pool, and it starts to
That one?
yeah. It starts to bubble, and almost like it's boiling, and it gets really, really heavy. What do you do at this point? You look back, and you can see steam starting to pour out of this, and he steps out of the room and off to the side for a minute.
You're awake at this point?
Not
I
yet.
don't know how far in.
No, we're in
not yet.
7 hours.
I'm gonna yell in giant. They've run up the stairs! And I'm gonna make my way back here.
So you're trying to sound like a giant? I'd like you to make a performance check, please.
Perfect. A natural performer such as you.
Got it. Got it. Nailed it.
4.
Okay, and I would like you to make a stealth check to make your way around that area, please, as well.
Hey, I'm a giant.
19.
As soon as you say that, he whips his head around to look at you. Ta-da! And kind of starts to look at you like this. And as you're going around the corner, you kind of see him trying to look for you, and you don't think that he saw you as you kind of went around that corner. Immediately, he starts to move in that direction. But he walks out this way. You can tell that these storm giants are not like other giants. From what you've told so far, hill giants are kind of at the low end of the gene pool when it comes to like smarts. Then frost giants and fire giants and cloud giants and storm giants seem to be somewhere just like the ordering would be. They're very tactful. They're basically just large, strategic humans. Who, whatever. So he starts to back off, puts his hand on his sword, and he starts to back with his back here, looking this way and looking towards you, and he starts to circle.
Are hill giants mainly found in Guelph?
Are you attempting to hide?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's your stealth check that you rolled?
19.
Are you stopping right there to hide? Okay, I'd like you to make another stealth check to hide.
16
26.
plus 4, 20 plus 10, 30 to hide.
Woo! All right. All right. He starts to move his way around that direction. You guys have another. You start to come to.
All right.
And you start to feel rested, as do you.
Okay.
You guys are still in the hut. Would you guys like to do anything? I'll give you a sec to do something if you want.
Everyone's awake.
Yeah, it seems to. And Miguel's
It's
gone.
steamy and the water's boiling. I'm like,
The show's about to begin.
What happens with that?
It's nectar that comes out. Would you mind just getting a cup and getting
All of a sudden, the geyser explodes into the room, and it just goes basically white hot in the room as it fills with steam and water, just sprays in all directions. You hear it go off as well. You know you've been there before. And over a little bit of time, it starts to kind of like just subside. The steam starts to roll out, and it starts to roll down the side of the hut.
I'm tempted to use a setting message to tell you that was the geyser and not me.
How often does that happen? Has it been happening while we sleep?
I don't
We need
know,
bowls
because
next
we
time.
were asleep, right? But it happened once, and I was scalded. It was quite unpleasant. But it appears we're okay, being that we're in the hut.
I was just thinking that it's probably loud enough to cover the sound of us blowing the conch if we had to get around some giants. If the conch sends us back to the symbol.
Well, if you look around the corner, there's a sign that shows you the schedule. If you could just check that to see when the next one's blowing, we can just time the conch for that.
I hate you.
I see. I'm shocked to hear that.
All right, he continues to move his way around.
I guess Millie's gonna get some more then, huh?
Don't be Millie.
Do you have any doggy dad?
What was your? You were a 30?
30.
Yeah. He's coming right in your direction. Doesn't seem to see you. And he's still kind of like backing off, looking back behind him, looking ahead of him, surveying the whole area. And he calls up for help. I need someone down here. He yells up towards the stairs.
Do we hear that?
Yeah, it was loud.
Oh,
By the way, is he yelling in giant?
Yes.
So all I heard was drop, drop, drop,
Yeah.
drop.
You guys heard somebody yell out. You heard him say,
I heard him.
you know giant? Oh.
See?
Nice.
Oh, so I don't understand it.
Mikasa Zuka.
What do you guys do? They're just hanging out? You know there's about half an hour left of your hut.
Right.
I don't know, but the giant out there just yelled out for some help, so we need to figure out how to either stay quiet and unseen or GTFO.
Come on. Okay, so I'm donning my armor.
Vor,
Yeah.
you know, we didn't explore
No, we didn't.
the G.I. Joe base.
Star.
The star, right.
I'd like to find out what's over there.
Right. I'm just thinking, sneaking past the giant might be difficult. If we blow the conch, where do you think we would end up?
I don't know, we might go back to that symbol. But here's the thing, right? They know how the conches work. If I blow it, they hear it there. He's gonna know where we go. If we go back to that symbol.
Is there any way to determine how frequently the geyser blows?
Give me a nature check.
Kind of wish I'd doubled up my proficiency on nature right now. Is that a 20? No, it's a 1.
You have no idea.
Clear.
You know it hurt.
Hmm?
You know it hurt.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, but you don't remember.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I know it's happened twice in the last 24 hours, but
Unpredictable.
very. And I'm guessing if it had happened while we were sleeping, it would have woken us up. So probably at least an 8 to 10 hour gap.
I don't know.
Which,
Everything we do right now puts us at risk of another
Yes.
battle.
ooh, you know, Well, there's another possibility. I can't take everybody with me, but
He continues circling around, and he stops there and he yells out in giant, or in common, actually. He says, "If you can hear me, you are being beckoned by the Lady Sarissa. No more games. Come out, and we shall talk."
We hear it too.
Mm-hmm.
Insight.
Yeah.
7.
Sounds reasonable to you.
Okay.
Convincing. For you, Akantha, I would say that definitely a different approach than the giants from earlier. and you imagine that he may be telling the truth. You're pretty convinced that he is actually honest and wants you guys to come out so that you can talk to Cersei. At this point, the storm giant comes down the stairs, and around the corner you see him come out, and they're talking as they kind of are looking and end.
Okay, hang on.
You know, he sounded kind of nice. Maybe this is a friendlier variety.
I'm gonna check with Miguel.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
You can do the thing.
Unagi?
No, I'm gonna wave at him. Hopefully he sees it from this distance. Wait, let me guess. You hate me. It's okay. So I'm gonna cast Sending.
Huh?
What? Sushi? Eel? Barbecue eel. Barbecue eel.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Sending and say to McGill, "Hey McGill, it's Roscoe. We're wondering if you can sense any deception in the voice of the giant that just requested us to meet with Sarissa."
I believe that Ernest, that Sarissa wants to see us now.
Sorry, his name's Ernest?
Yes.
It doesn't work that way.
According to McGill, he thinks they're telling the truth.
All right, so
As-
I finished
as-
donning my armor and I'll step out.
Yeah.
Same.
I think
You
we
guys
all
all
do.
step out?
Yeah.
Okay.
The hut probably winks out of existence
Yep.
at this point anyway, so.
Just in time.
As that's happening, I want to make my way here.
Okay. So as you start to make your way there, this guy starts to make their way this way, and this guy starts to make his way that way. So you guys are kind of passing as you're here. I want you to make a stealth check as you pass that way, and he passes that way.
$27.
Okay, does not see you. So you can put yourself at the edge of the stairs and put him another 15 feet. And this guy starts to come this way, sees you guys in the passage. You guys are standing out in the open.
Yeah. Weapons holstered.
And he stops, puts his hand on his sword, and it's just, no further.
Hey, if you're friendly, so are we. Can we see eye to eye on this?
And then wink
Despite
at
the
him.
height difference.
Give me an insight check.
Wink at him. That usually works.
11.
You can see that he is not a fan, perhaps, of small folk. Like there's a bit of a disgust in his eyes when he sees you. But he's following orders.
If I could be
tell.
taller, I would be.
Yeah.
Do I
and he
roll
said-
insight as well, or just him? Do we all roll insight on that one, or just him?
Well, what are you trying to determine?
I don't know. You told him to roll insight.
What are you trying to determine?
If he's being honest.
Okay. Would you roll?
23.
Yeah. You can tell that the same thing. He's following orders, and he intends to send you to Sarissa, or to take you to Sarissa.
We're off to see the wizard. Okay, let's.
Is it possible for me to charm him?
That's a terrible question.
What? Why is that a terrible question?
No, go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
can absolutely try.
Yeah.
But he's not a humanoid.
Yeah, he is.
He is? Does he classify as a humanoid? You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. You must make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't
No.
think giants
No.
count.
Giantoid?
No, they're
Metroid?
giants.
Asteroid?
Yeah, no.
So no.
They would say humanoid in this profile if it was humanoid. Wouldn't it?
No. I'm pretty certain giants are not humanoids.
Oh, no.
Because they're not humanish. That's what an oid is, right?
There's a greater version of charm that can all create. Like it's.
Okay.
Oh, cast that then.
He says, Go ahead.
I'm gonna talk to him in giant
Go ahead.
and just say, we do not wish to be in battle with you. We are here to speak with Sarissa.
As she would like to speak to you. I must ask that you surrender your weapons. You are in our home, and we will not have you in front of her if you are armed.
Do we have your promise that we will receive them back when the time comes? When talks have concluded and we are free to leave?
Yes.
Insight?
Sure. Spoken like a true DM.
10.
Forget that he's a man of his word.
Okay.
And then start
Okay.
like digging
So you-
out all my weapons.
Okay. All right. So he
2 hours
he
later.
approaches you, hand on his sword. At this point, the other one is turned around and he's back halfway to this guy. As you guys close the distance, you guys move forward towards him.
Yep.
Meet in the middle. That guy's over here.
Do I hand him all of my birdseed packets? Is that?
No.
Pull off my boot, shake it out. A great sword falls.
That's right.
And at this point, the other one comes over too, starts to circle around to here, and he says, this one here, there was one more of you.
Yes, yes.
Where is that one?
I don't know where he went. He left our hut some moments ago. And I don't know where he is. Miguel!
Miguel!
Miguel, it's time to go. We're gonna go see Sarissa now.
If we sense any deception, this is not going to go well.
I understand.
Well, I believe you retreated last time we had a problem. But anyway,
Excuse me, little one?
little one. Of course, I'm little compared to you. When you're not in the room, though, I'm quite the giant myself.
Give me...
So, Vor legit.
That was awesome.
Face
That was
palm.
awesome.
Double face.
Double face palm.
What would you like me to roll?
I would
Shaking
mind
my
your
head.
tongue.
I caught the bite.
You would love my tongue.
Why do we
Ooh,
trouble?
I want to buy tickets to this show.
Oh no.
Have you handed over your weapons?
Sure. Yes, just now.
He reaches down, grabs you by the scruff of your back, and starts to lift you. Do you let him?
It's like with
struggle.
house night.
Can I?
Please don't make any trouble for us. Please.
If you go do another stinky pocket, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Oh dear. Yeah, I let him.
Okay. He lifts you up like this, and lifts you like and looks you right in the face, and you can see like energy crackle in his eyes, and he says, "Another word out of you, you're going for a swim."
Oh dear, I haven't been eaten in weeks.
Shut
And he
up.
throws you, tosses you back over his shoulder into the water.
Beauty. Can I do like a twist somersault before I land, or?
No.
Okay.
But the force of him throwing you, you can take 3 points of damage,
I can eat that.
along with hitting the water and the pressure of the water.
Okay.
Anyone else have anything to say?
I yell from the stairs. Here are my weapons. Take us to see Sarissa. Let's be done with this.
Okay, they look back at you, obviously, and they say, and they all start to walk that way. Roscoe comes out of the water, and the guy that you spoke to starts to kind of eye you as he walks by.
Excuse me.
Dear. Okay, so yeah. So they all move in a group around the corner. You guys make it to the stairway. The one starts to lead up the stairs in front. The one comes behind you guys, looks at you, and says, "Move it."
I like to. Okay, I'll just quietly.
So you get up.
Yep.
Okay. You would just walk ahead.
Sure.
Okay. And this one is in the back as he kind of moves up, right behind you, keeping an eye, a very close eye on you. All right. guys. We can kill that cam now.
Progress.
Thank you. That was quick. Wow, he's on it.
What she said.
Progress.
Oh, we're all in the pool now.
All right. Give me a second while I.
There's probably some awesome weapons down there.
Giant size.
All right, so you guys head up the stairs once again into a very familiar area.
Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. There were beds,
Why
I saw.
is this?
What's that?
More rooms.
Stop it! Why is this not? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Ah.
Oh, the gummy worms. I forgot about those.
Why is this not? Oh, there we go.
Flying through
Oh, motion sickness.
Whoa. Wow.
This was a fun room.
Those are pretty big conches. How the hell did you blow one of those things? They're huge.
Those aren't conches. Those were tables. They were using tables. They were sitting at them. Remember?
Sorry.
All right. So, back in the area that you were, it is the hall, the Great Hall area. You guys come up the stairs on the end, and you notice that it is empty currently. As you guys come through the stairs, and you don't have to place your minis right now, and they lead you down this large hallway.
One of them's having a seizure, apparently.
And you come through the hallway. That's
Kind of looks like a cocoon. Ooh.
to a set of doors.
It's the Pentagon.
New things.
See, you guys didn't even think you'd get past the first half.
I know, right?
Can you give me guys a marching order for you guys in between the storm giants, please?
I'll take the rear.
Yeah, I'll be in front. I guess with McGill, right? You probably. Yeah.
We can get the cam back now, Tim.
Vrux really likes Akantha, so he's probably hanging out because she's a druid.
Yeah, that's the reason.
As you approach and as you head down the hallway, you notice that there are what appear to be two hill giants, standing in the doorway.
Are they to scale to the storm giant?
Yes, yeah, they are. They're
Really?
much smaller. Yeah, and it appears that
They're about to throw rocks at us.
no, it appears that they are guarding, and one of them looks at me and they talk, mumble, and you guys are a little too far to hear. They mumble to each other. They don't seem very bright, obviously, at all. And as the storm giant approaches, he kind of does one of these, like move out of the way. And so they do immediately, kind of with their head down, very subordinate, as you approach these two massive double doors.
Can we tell, looking at the hill giants, if they're from Guelph or not, or is that not?
You keep making Canadian jokes, and you have to understand that most of North America doesn't understand them, Jeff.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
Okay, so, right. If you guys can put yourselves right outside the doorway again, please, in the same order that you are.
Oh, sorry.
Where did 4 go? There he is.
Should go from smartest to dumbest, so just put the hill giants in the front.
Stick Roscoe somewhere way back there.
Can you feel the love?
Can you pass me the storm giant in the front?
This one?
Yep.
He's got a really
Lily.
nice hat.
Why are
All
you
right.
talking?
You guys have these massive double ornate doors open up into what appears to be a throne room, which resembles an amphitheater. Stone bleachers overlook an oblong chamber with a 50-foot deep pool, it appears, in its center. In the middle of the bleachers is the archway with the 2 doors in it that you guys just came through. Go ahead.
What do these represent?
You don't know.
Okay, but what do they appear to be at?
You don't know. There's nothing there. That isn't actually there.
I don't see those
No.
little lines.
You don't see those lines. No.
Why are they there?
It doesn't matter. Jeez. Man.
Wow.
Facing the pool and the doors are 3 enormous thrones. The middle one is carved from a solid chunk of obsidian
Wow.
and has 4 large dragon skulls affixed to its base. And it floats 1 foot above the floor.
What? It's hovering?
Yes.
Okay.
The 2 smaller thrones that flank it are made of coral and giant seashells.
Are they on the floor?
Yes. In one of the thrones is a storm giant who is ornately dressed and seems to hold, obviously, some sort of position over and above the rest of what you've seen so far. On the left throne is a female who appears to be a cloud giant, sitting, blue-skinned, with a tinge of purple, and she is elegantly sitting with her legs crossed on one side. In the center is a younger storm giant, female, who resembles the other 2 sisters that you met earlier. You imagine, through your incredible deduction, that this is probably Sarissa,
Okay.
the youngest.
And we don't recognize her.
Give me perception checks for anybody who wants to try it.
20, not that.
18.
20, not that.
Not that.
9.
The 20s that are not nat, you guys, there is something familiar about her.
The young one or the old one?
That one.
Okay. I will show you a photo, actually. Why not? I didn't have time to get it so that everybody else could see it.
The Countess Ansari.
You can get a close-up on the camera there too, Tim. She looks like that.
What's on her head? Is that a horn?
It's here.
On the left or the right?
Here.
Oh.
It appears to be some sort of bone, kind of crown, sort of thing.
Very pretty.
Snag.
Sorry, she's a storm giant, not a cloud giant.
Okay.
And she has a scar across her face, like so, and these piercing blue eyes, and her skin has this, like I said, kind of a blue indigo sort of tinge to it.
Maybe you know her.
She's a giant air genasi.
As you guys come through, with your perceptions as well, with the high perception, your gaze goes across all 3 of them. As it rests on Sarissa in the middle, there is an acceptance of you in this place that you haven't sensed before.
Okay.
Like, she's much more relaxed
Understanding. Yeah.
to see small folk. The rest of you don't see this. The ones that got the 20s do.
Oh.
That as you kind of come through, she kind of like almost endeared to your presence. As the storm giants come in, one of them stands here. You guys come in.
Yeah.
As they walk in, and the storm giant kind of says, "You may approach."
Okay. Do we get a sense of where we should stop walking and approaching?
As you guys get to about here, the storm. I'll take that guy back. The storm giant there puts his hand up.
Okay.
Right in front of the blue line.
All right.
When he puts his hand up, you can tell that he is not all that happy that you are here.
Okay. So I drop to one knee in a respectful bow.
Okay.
And I will say,
To all of you of high position, if we're not familiar with your customs, if we do anything in this court that does not agree with giant custom or the way such an audience should proceed, please forgive us. On that note, we are honored to be here in your presence. We do hope that we will have a much more positive interaction going forward.
She says, "Your presence here has." This is Sarissa on the throne, and you can see that she has this chain around her neck, and she's got a scepter that hangs from the chain. And she says, "Your presence here has been tumultuous today.
Yes, it has been hard for us as well.
Allow me to speak."
Yes.
And when she says that, the gentleman to her right kind of looks at her like this, and looks back at you, and you can just see distaste.
Malevolence.
He hates us.
And she says, and you're getting the same glare, if not worse, from the female on the left.
Okay.
And she says, "Frankly, if it was up to anyone else, you wouldn't have made it this far. But the decision to attack you was not mine. That decision was made without my knowing, and I would like to know why you are here. Before you speak," and the doors close behind you, and the two storm giants in the back are on either side.
Hill giants.
Storm giants. You don't see them here.
Right.
They're not depicted.
Okay. All right.
I would warn you, or implore you, to speak plainly, but carefully. The words in this place carry weight, and you will be judged on the things that you say. You can tell she's very solemn. Almost kind of like flat. You may speak.
Thank you. We are at your mercy, and we only hope for the best of outcomes. We are here, as ordered by the Oracle, who told us to find the conch, which would bring us to Hecaton's court, where we should speak to Sarissa. The time is to root out evil. The ordning must be put aright, however that may be done. All that we have done is in hope that it is in the benefit of your kind and also ours.
The female on the left speaks up. She says, "What do you know of the ordning? What do small folk know of the matters of giants? You speak as though you belong here. You were here by mercy."
We were set upon a path, and I say this in giant to her. We were set upon a path when Hecaton disappeared to find him or find Sarissa and to help set the ordning right.
Your words in that tongue are poison. And she says it to you back in giant. You are not worthy to utter. And the female, the younger female says, "Imarith, please, wait. Allow them to speak."
I say, and I beg your pardon, I speak in your tongue to do you honor, not disservice.
Imarith?
Imarith.
That's the name of the blue dragon.
Do you say that out loud? You just said it out loud.
I did. Imarith,
She looks at you.
your name is familiar to me.
I won't say any more on it.
Okay.
So we're not talking about
Give me a perception check or insight check.
Okay.
4. That's a great. Is that the battle die?
It did well for a while.
Yeah, I think its uses are used up.
She says, "You say you went to the Temple of the Allfather." Seriously.
That we did.
You spoke to the Oracle.
That we did.
That is quite the task.
It was not an easy one for our kind.
And what did the Oracle tell you?
As I had said before,
I can review my notes.
Hold, please.
the Oracle had told us to seek you. That in finding a conch, it would bring us to the court of Hekaton. And that in speaking to you, we could root out evil and help to set the ordning straight. To answer a previous question, I know, Precious, far too little about the ordning, or of giant dealings. I'm ignorant in this. Forgive me for that. But I have done my best to do hopefully what is right.
And have you rooted out this evil?
That I don't know. The Oracle spoke in a way that was not entirely clear, as I would have liked to understand fully what it is that you know, so that I don't fumble in my speech here today.
You may speak plainly.
Okay.
It's on you, Vor.
All right, I'm looking at my notes for everything that happened back with the Oracle.
Is there any way for me to tell the storm giants that threw me over into the wall are behind me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any way to tell if any of these three are sympathetic to a smaller but still blue-skinned version of them?
Give me an insight check.
Or maybe
If they've
they're-
taken notice to you,
well, I mean,
specifically?
if they're not as
Anti-Genasi?
for lack of a better word, if they're not as anti-Genasi as the one that threw me away. Insight. 22.
You have noticed that they've taken notice to you, but it's just because you were quite different and rare, but not necessarily because they're partial to you in any way.
Okay. Are you still searching through your notes? Because
Oh, I've looked through my notes, and that's everything I have written on our discussion with the Oracle.
okay.
That's Sarissa.
Emo.
Keep it in game.
Imarith for
Keep it in
the
game. No table talk.
Quietly. Sarissa, Roscoe here. You're familiar with the Oracle, yes?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. Have you had any reason to doubt any of the musings of the Oracle? Has the Oracle ever given you poor advice, or have you ever had any reason to doubt what the Oracle says?
Even uttering those words is disrespect to the All-Father. Of course not.
Of course not. So if the Oracle told us, mere little people, that we played, or we had an opportunity to play an important role in restoring the ordning, then despite the fact that your kind and our kind haven't always seen eye to eye, would it not stand to reason that we're here for a very important purpose, and therefore
The woman on the left cuts you off and she says, "Enough of games, Sarissa. For all we know, they're the ones who murdered your father. Sir, your mother, and abducted your father. I'd like you all to roll an insight check.
Insight?
Yeah.
Can I use the same insight roll I did last time?
16.
14.
25.
29.
Score for the elves.
Sorry, what are the numbers? Sorry.
14.
29.
16.
25.
20 and 25. You notice that as soon as she says those words come out of her mouth, she catches herself. Like she maybe said too much. At that point, you also catch, especially with the 25. You
29.
29?
20.
20. 25. You catch that the gentleman on the right shoots a glance at Imrith as soon as she said it.
You said too much, shut up.
And you could tell that that he's casting a gaze in her, and his eyes train on her and kind of squint in a way that he's trying to kind of discern something that she just said, or caught on to something she just said. Sarissa turns to her and says, Emerith, cool heads prevail here. This is not a court of my sisters, it is a court of mine. My father left me in charge, and they will be heard. What say you? What is your plan?
Our plan was to come here. Beyond that, I had no plan. I was hoping this would give us the next steps in the journey. Can we help?
You speak of evil.
Yes, but I don't know what the evil is. The Oracle just said to root out evil. I know more than that. Can you help? Elaborate.
Mirth stands up. She says, this is enough. I can't stand here and have you defile this court. And she gets up and she starts to walk that way. She turns around. She starts to walk that way.
So we all heard the part about Hecaton's wife being murdered and Hecaton's wife disappearing.
Yep, of course. She yelled.
But only you can really discern the true.
No, but she just all you could discern was that. Well, both of you know that she caught herself, and you saw that he took exception to it.
Do you want to share your insight with the group?
Well,
I'm trying to imagine how that would, if we were to put ourselves in this situation, which is obviously what we're trying to do, whether we could discern, looking around at each other, whether you have better insight into what that means.
So you want to insight the insight?
Well, I mean,
Is that what you're gaming the system?
well, but that's it, right? Like you look at the party and you hear something and you kind of look at each other like, what does that
Sure, give me
mean?
an insight check. I'll let you have that.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good argument.
would it be a good idea to ask
23.
Yeah, you can tell that she caught something and that you didn't,
Okay.
and you.
She's doing one of these.
Yeah, yeah.
I smell something funky.
That's why we're here to help.
Might be a touchy subject.
The storm giant on the right yells out and he says, Imerith, you are not leaving this court.
This is this guy here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she turns around like totally dejected, and there is electricity between them. And he says, you said abducted. And Imerith, you can tell she kind of like, I don't know what the word is, but kind of deflates slightly.
Knows she made a mistake and realized she's been caught out.
You imagine. Sarissa looks at him, and she kind of like didn't catch it, perhaps as much as he did, and is now starting to clue in a little bit.
All right.
You guys have a moment to react.
Don't really know what that means. Because I know that Imarith is the name of a blue dragon, would I be able to jump to a conclusion that dragons may be responsible for what has happened, and that Imarith may be in on it?
History check.
Okay. Come on, gray die.
It's getting
Crit.
intense.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. Of all the times.
Oh!
You've redeemed yourself.
With a natural 20, you imagine that is exactly what has happened. You imagine that you recognize when you came in because she is in fact that same blue dragon. You imagine that she is probably pulling the strings, and that it has supplanted herself or injected herself into this court in order to spread dissension and...
Like imitating somebody who was part of the court? Or having worked
You
their
don't
way
know
up?
that.
Yeah.
Maybe it has always been part of the corporate, just
Don't talk with your mouth.
a second, I'm just gonna finish chewing on this Cheeto.
That's all right. We'll wait.
Perhaps has always been a member of the court, but in a deceptive role. Because
No tabletop.
Yeah.
I'll go back to eating Cheetos.
She's far too close, and like I don't think we can have quiet conversations, so I can't say what I think. But
She starts to...
Unfurl her
She's-
wings.
No. She turns and she starts to storm this way. She starts to storm back towards him. You imagine to potentially challenge him.
so this whole time I haven't risen from the one knee, just as a respectful. But I'm watching this happen because like I feel like if I interrupt this, it's just gonna bring more ire.
Sure. Okay. She walks up to Sarissa and kind of past her to... She says, Uthor, are you accusing me of something? Your tone suggests so. And he says, all I'm saying is that you said abducted. There has never been discussion of him being abducted. That is information we don't have. Is there information that you have, Imarith? Sarissa turns to her and she says, Imarith? Like almost like not wanting to believe that maybe there's some deception here. As her eyes meet Sarissa's, Imarith immediately reaches out and grabs the scepter around Sarissa's neck and yanks it free. Chain links fly, and she has the scepter currently in her hand. Roll initiative.
Okay. 8.
8.
14.
14.
I really wish I had initiative. Better initiative.
Okay, so what? 14?
17.
17. Roscoe?
9.
9. So Akantha.
Bring it up the rear.
Akantha, McGill. What's your Vor? What'd you get?
8.
What'd you get? Sorry, what'd you get?
9.
9.
8. Roscoe. 4. Okay. Akantha, you're up. What do you do? You see this happen.
Oh my god.
Immediately, you are able to act.
Don't fireball Sarissa.
I don't know what to do. I'm freaked out. I'm freaked out, yo.
You have 6 seconds, or I'll pass you over.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything.
No?
Okay.
You're gonna wait.
Hold an action.
McGill,
Holding.
what's your held action?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You said McGill though.
No. Yeah, but then I come back. What's your held action?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm just chilling.
McGill.
Just standing.
6 seconds.
I cast Conjure Barrage,
Okay.
but just to target her.
You can do that.
Well, it's a 60-foot radius. Maybe I can. No.
60-foot radius is huge.
Yeah. No, I am just going to fire 2 arrows.
Yeah, Jeff, I think, killed my dog because she's,
Sorry?
She's
Sounds
having
like
trouble
she's gonna
breathing.
throw up.
yeah, she's probably throwing up all the Cheetos that she ate. You can just target her.
No, I'm not doing Conjure Barrage.
Okay.
I'm just firing arrows.
Okay.
So a 26 and a 22 to hit.
26 and a 22, those are hits.
And I'll use Hunter's Mark. The first arrow does 6,
Okay.
5, 11, 15, 19 points of damage for the first
Okay.
arrow. And the second arrow does I can add Colossus Slayer to that.
She's getting more. 22 for the second arrow.
Okay. All right. So both arrows hit True. Was not expecting it. She's pulled it off, and it hits her in the back, and she like feels it, but you can tell obviously did as much damage as it would to a giant. Who's up? Sorry. Roscoe, you're up. Vor, you're on deck.
Okay. Is there anything in the room other than the thrones?
Not that you can see. The glowing globes, debris on the ground. Other than that,
water?
is a pool of water. Sorry. There is
Okay, but the glowing globes, are they affixed to the wall?
that you can see. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast, let's see, 20-foot radius.
And you don't want to move, McGill, at all? You just want to stay where you are?
These are 15-foot squares, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Synaptic Static on the edge here.
Okay.
So it'll envelop
Her. Yeah.
Imrith,
Yeah.
but not him.
Okay.
Okay. Save is intelligence 16, and it's 8d6 psychic damage.
Save his intelligence. What?
16.
Okay. He failed.
Okay.
What did
So, you guys have any d6s?
Yeah.
Actually, hang on. I think I might have. Okay.
Oh, or just roll the same one 8 times. 10.
Seriously?
16.
16 points of psychic damage.
Okay. You see that static electricity kind of explodes over her head, and she kind of feels it like this. Again, still with the scepter in her hand. This is all kind of happening at the same time.
One thing to note, she now has muddled thoughts for a minute. During that time, she rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all attack rolls and ability checks, as well as constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Not bad.
Wow. All right. Cool. Vor, you're up.
Emereth, I recognize your name. It has come to me clear now in your act. You are the blue dragon that destroyed the Eye of the Allfather and killed Harshnag.
She turns towards you, and for a moment you see those same piercing blue eyes.
Show yourself for your true form!
good. That was really good.
There was.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
You know what? Yes, you get inspiration for that. Nicely
You're welcome.
done. Nicely done. And as she turns to you and she looks at you, and there's a smile that creeps over her face, and she. Dude, you're killing me with the chips when I'm trying to do descriptions.
Kidding.
It's driving me nuts.
Moment
Just
here.
kidding. Go ahead.
Oh dear. Looks at you, smile creeps over her face in this toothy grin. You see kind of almost a flash of blue scales, and she immediately does a quick movement like this and poof, gone. Teleport.
You bitch.
And at that moment, he pulls out this massive sword. It's a glowing sword, and through the smoke, and it dissipates and disappears. Sarissa is in the throne, completely still where she was, and there's even a floating chain link stopped in stasis around her as she sits. The two storm giants at the doors pull great swords and move to block the door and are trained on you and trying to they're looking around, not quite sure and understanding how to react to the situation.
Sarissa, maybe we can help. What is the scepter?
She's completely paralyzed. And her eyes, you can see her eyes darting around, but she is completely.
Would she be able to leave here? Did she teleport? Does anyone know?
Uthor stands and he says, "You have brought this here."
She was already here. We came and we helped to root out this evil, just as the Oracle said. Let us help.
She was right under your noses until we came.
What do you know?
We know she was sitting to the left of your queen.
We know what we have seen. Can we help?
That's where we're gonna end the session tonight.
It's a good thing I took notes.
That was a good one.
Otherwise, it'd be like, oh,
Well
Emerith,
done,
that's a new
guys.
name.
Seriously.
No. Good.
Very well done.
Good on you.
Well, guys,
Wow.
You wrote down the names of the other people, right?
Uthor, Imerith.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Sarissa.
Yeah, I already got that one.
thanks everyone for joining us this evening.
That was good, man.
What a weird
That was good.
sensation where we started this game in initiative, and we ended it in red as well.
Yeah. Good times. Tricksy blue dragons, man.
Oh man,
Blue dragons and ice
So
dragons. Just
so fun.
they're always shitty.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We do have a winner, I'm assuming. I'm going to pull again with Rebecca here just to find out.
What do we roll?
Rebecca, tell me what to roll. As we're waiting on that, once again, if you like what you saw tonight, guys, make sure that you subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit the little bell icon also, and you'll be notified every time that we go live. As well on Twitch, you guys can follow us. And again, you will be notified whenever we go live. This coming Sunday, 7 to 9, is the first episode of our painting show on the D&D Twitch channel, as well as our own Twitch. Which we're very, very excited about. Nolzer's Marvelous Tutorials with Realmsmith. A lot of fun. This coming Monday, Order of Dragonsbane, featuring Steve from Sirenscape is going to be here live, playing with us. We're very, very excited. You will see this group in 2 weeks. I'm rolling a D. Here we go. 7. It's a 7.
7.
I'm just waiting. Usually I have Ryan yelling at me from the other room.
By the way, if you didn't like what you saw tonight, this is still the best thing outside of Critical Role, so subscribe anyway. Subscribe anyway. There's nothing else out there.
Sean333, you are a happy recipient, hopefully a happy recipient, the lucky recipient of a membership to the Realm. You just need to private message us, or we will private message you with the link to join. And you can hang out with us and chat with us and all of that fun stuff within the Realm. Thank you all for tuning in once again. This coming Monday, Order of Dragonsbane this coming Sunday, painting show. We have tons of content coming your way, and we're going to see how this goes in a couple weeks. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Stop.